All right, so in today's video, I'm going to be doing a cooling fan upgrade on my 89 OBS Chevy here. So it's hot in the summer and I just got the AC working on this truck. I redid all of it and it cools pretty good. It puts out about 55-degree air if you're going down the road. Sometimes it'll get a little cooler, but it does pretty good. But the problem I noticed is when I'm sitting stopped, it tends to try to heat up the truck and the AC, like if I'm sitting in traffic or just letting it idle when it's hot out in a parking lot. And the truck's got a good radiator and it's got a good mechanical fan. It's a fairly new one, but I think at idle that clutch fan just doesn't quite put out enough air to keep both the radiator cool and the AC, and they both start to kind of heat up. So what I'm going to try to do is install this big 14-inch electric fan and tie it into the AC, so when you kick it on, it turns the AC, or turns the fan on with the AC, and see if we can get this thing to cool a little bit better. So I'm going to show you guys how to install it and how to wire it up where you don't have to put on a switch, you can just kick it on. All right, now that you got the fan shroud out of the way, we can go over here and look at the fan. So what I got was a 14-inch ultra thin Polar fan from Summit Racing. I think it was only like 70, 75 bucks. It was one of the more budget fans they had. And I think it says it pulls a little over 1100 CFM of air. And I wanted to get the biggest fan I could fit in that radiator so it pulled the most air as possible. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up this fan and show you guys what I got. All right, so here's the fan. You can see it's just a normal fan, nothing crazy. It does come with this nice little pigtail so you can unplug it. It's just a 2-wire fan. I'm not gonna run any controller or anything. I'm just gonna figure out a way to hardwire it. But yeah, it comes with the fan, the plug, and some mounting hardware. So we'll get this mocked up in the radiator and see how it looks. All right, so my theory is I'm gonna mount it somewhere about there to the radiator. I haven't figured it out completely yet. But basically, it's just going to help this mechanical fan when it gets hot out and try to just pull some more air. So I'm going to start mounting it and then we'll get to the wire. All right, so we got all the little zip tie things mounted on here. So we'll get her stuck in the radiator and then we can get to wiring. All right, so we got the fan mounted. You see it's got these little feet that it kind of sits on, and then it uses those kind of funky zip tie things. And it's pretty solid. It's just got 4 mounts. And then now we can get the wiring. All right, so on my truck, I'm not sure how all the other OBS trucks are, but mine being an 89, it's got a 2-wire plug for the pressure cycling switch on the AC. And when you hit the AC button on the dash, it sends power through the light green wire through here, and then the switch turns on and off, and that's what cycles the compressor. So I'm gonna wire my relay into the trigger wire into the light green on this, so when you kick the AC on, it automatically kicks on that electric fan, so I don't have to run a separate switch. It's gonna be all pretty much like it would be factory. So I've got this little relay here. I'm gonna mount it up and then wire it in, and we'll see how it works. All right, so I got some of the wiring going. I got my spliced in over there, and here's my little relay. And then here's my fan wiring harness. So I'll get it all connected and show you guys how it come out, and we'll see if it works. Okay, so got my wiring routed, round up over the top of the radiator down to the fan. Comes around over here by the battery. Got my little relay. All the grounds go down there, and the power coming up over to the battery. And then the trigger wire runs around and ties into over here. So when I turn the key on and hit the AC button, it should come on. Hit the AC. You can hear we got it on, and it's moving a pretty good amount of air. So I'll get this all put back together, and then we'll start the truck up and let it run. Got the fan shroud back on. I didn't record that because I figured you guys would want to see that. Got the wiring routed just a little bit more, as much as I'm going to do for now. So now we'll start it up, let it run, and see how it works with the fan. Run for about 10 minutes with the fan on and the AC on wide open. And normally this thing would only get to probably 58 or 60 degrees at idle for air, sometimes 55. Right now it's put on about 52, and the truck's staying a lot cooler. So I think that fan was a success. It'll just help this thing be more efficient and not overheat when it's 95 degrees out like it is today. So I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.